Hi everybody, this is Dr. Gail GoodReads and I am Dr. Gail. The book that we are going to talk about today is called Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. This is a book that was written in 2022. This is about a woman chemist in the 1960s and all of the difficulties and hurdles that she faces being taken seriously as a chemist. Even though she's very well trained and brilliant, she's also a very loving, giving person and it values family and friendship. This is a woman that I would consider a wave woman. And if you are familiar with my website, livelongfeelgood.com, you know that WAVE stands for Women of Ambition, Virtue, and Empowerment. And this woman would definitely fit those qualities, even though she is a fictitious character. We have all heard the saying that you have to work twice as hard to be considered half as good as women. And in this book, this woman, even though she's working twice as hard, still cannot be taken seriously by many of her male colleagues and counterparts. There is a lot of interesting plot twists in this book. She ends up being a chemist on television, but does a cooking show. So she brings her craft, chemistry, into her show. And it's very entertaining and educational. And it's interesting how that turns out. There's also a dog that is her dog, and this is a wonderful character because the author gives him independent thoughts. And I found that there was a really interesting parallel between the way that she was treated by men and the way the dog was treated by a lot of people. That is, that they were taken for granted to be not very intelligent. So that was an interesting parallel. There's a couple of other things in this book that I think the book clubs will enjoy. There is a discussion of abiogenesis. I had to look that one up, but that is the origin of life from inanimate sources. So that was a very interesting concept. The other thing that I thought was interesting is that they do refer to science as a form of religion, which kind of gives us another way of looking at religion. The things that I took from this book was the importance of friendship, especially in women who are trying to balance career and balance family and coming up against hurdles that are really unfair. And even after climbing over hurdles and proving ourselves, that we still have a lot of work left to do. But friendship is very important and mutual support. The other thing is that you can't underestimate the contribution of a good man to a woman who is looking for empowerment. It doesn't denigrate what they have done. It doesn't make that any less important, but it does certainly help, and it is appreciated. The other thing I took away from this book is to appreciate the efforts and accomplishments of our predecessors, other women in the field who have jumped over hurdles and made it a little bit easier for people like me, a physician, ultimately a cardiologist, to do our job and to be taken seriously. So I hope that you do give this book a try. Book club loved it, and I hope to see you next time.